Eagle Sculpture at Parkside. We welcome Becky Etheridge, Jeff Druschel, and Deb Richardson. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So for those who might not be familiar with the middle school at Parkside and its previous life, you're a high school graduate from that school.
Yes, yep. 1970.
So it was a high school from when to when?
Gosh, 63 to 83 or 4, I think was the last class.
Okay, so almost 20 years, roughly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've got many people who've graduated from Parkside as a high school, including Deb.
Yes.
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 What year?
66. So my class was the first to go all the way through Parkside and call it our high school and home. And the first to put the eagle sculpture in place that Jeff repaired for us so beautifully.
All right, so let's talk about this eagle sculpture. The Parkside mascot was the eagle.
Yep, the eagle.
And now that you see it, you realize, oh yeah,
Amazing.
it's there. It's always been there. But there was something wrong with that?
Well, kind of go back a little bit. Several years ago, there's a Parkside High School Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
There was discussion about should it be moved, where would we move it, and it just kind of nothing was decided. And so maybe 2 years ago, I thought, well, nothing's happening. I should do something because my brother's name is on it. So I started, my brother Jack was on it. So I started looking around, and last summer I was at a class reunion and met someone who suggested Jeff Druschel is the creative genius that could take this project on, because the eagle was corroding and peeling, and after Jeff took it down, he said this probably would have crashed within a year because of the corrosion.
Really?
So he said, how about a nest? I'm like, that's fabulous. And
Jeff, what was it made out of?
took over.
So the whole eagle is made out of steel. The eagle itself is like it's a 1/4-inch plate steel. From the information I gathered from Tony Hurst and Leland Beeman, they made it out of some old boilerplate. And they basically hand cut it and formed it. And then the actual stand was made out of a piece of tubing that they had rolled.
And it was one color. There was no paint to it, was it?
There was a little bit of paint, but it was deteriorating quite a bit, so it was kind of hard to tell too much what was going on with it.
Yeah, so from the ground, because you really can't get an up-close look at it, it looks okay. I mean, it looked okay. You didn't realize there was something wrong with it.
No.
Right.
How'd you know something was wrong with it?
Well, after this discussion, should we move it? I went over to look at it and realized all the paint was peeling off of it. And thought something had to be done, and I didn't know who else would do it. Nobody would just like, well, I'll step up and do it. So I thought, I gotta do something. And so suddenly I talked to Jeff, talked to Deb, who was from the class of 66, who was supportive and helpful. And
One thing I've learned about Jeff, he never says no.
That's true.
lucky me.
Yeah, it's awesome. You've helped Western, you've helped Hanover Horton, you've helped a number of organizations in various projects.
Right.
So what about this? You didn't even you went to Western.
Correct, yeah.
So what about this?
I mean, it looked like a fun, unique project. We live by the attitude as we'll figure it out. Every project we look at that nobody else will, we have the motivation to take the time and try to figure it out. So basically, she came to me and I drove over there, checked it out, and said, let's do it. When I first looked at it, all I planned was remove it and fix any repairs that needed to be repaired and then put it back. And then once I got it in my place, it just looked like it needed something extra to it. So we decided to make it look like it was flying out of a nest. Kind of jazz it up a little bit, make it a little bit more unique.
Yeah, that nest wasn't there before.
Nope. And then same thing with the post. It was just a steel post, and we basically made it look like a tree and a nest. Kind of the thought behind it is, the eagle was originally the logo of Parkside, and now it's not really. So that it's the eagle's kind of leaving its nest, and that was its original logo and its original home, but now it's leaving.
Deb, for you and for everyone that graduated from Parkside, there was danger the Eagle would go away when it became a middle school.
Yes.
And there was a while, as a middle school, they were the middle school Eagles, but then JPS, everybody's a Viking now. Were you
Yes.
worried that your heritage was going to be lost?
No, I really, I wasn't. There was the controversy, and I think it took some kind of public action, actually, between various schools. And it was determined, to the best of my knowledge, that it could stay because it was a memorial. And that's what the class of '66 created it for. And get real emotional about this. These were our guys, and you know, we were young. I was in the 9th grade, and you know, our friends went away for spring break and never came back again. Our classmates, and it was traumatic, and we wanted to present something in their respect and our respect for them and the school as well.
The plaque,
Yeah.
Palm Sunday tornadoes. Now, we had tornadoes here on Palm Sunday.
Yes.
Was it the
Yeah.
tornadoes here?
Yes.
I don't know if they were in
Hillsdale,
town.
Yes.
It was the Hillsdale area.
Yeah.
My father, my brother Jack, Nelson Beeman and Barry Beeman were coming back from a golf outing, a tournament in French Lick, Indiana, when they were driving north on 69, kind of near Coldwater, Algonac County, and were struck by the tornado and their car was thrown, and everyone was killed but my father, who was seriously injured but survived it.
How old were you?
I was 13,
Oh, wow.
and my brother was 17.
Oh, my.
They were juniors, juniors in high school.
So Jack and Barry.
Yeah.
And Barry is related to Leland?
Yes.
Nelson, it was Nelson's, is it his cousin? Yes, is Nelson's cousin. Yes.
So at the time, this wasn't at the time of their death. This memorial did not.
Correct.
It
There was a
came-
committee
Yes.
in Deb's class, a committee
Yes.
of a small group of people that instituted this.
Yes.
And with the help of Tony Hurst, Leland Beeman, put this together. And I have to say that the plaque, I received so much help from Jackson Monument, from Alicia and Chris St. John, who just said, we know what you need, we'll help you get it. And just were so generous to help us get this plaque. And Jeff knew just how to redo the whole frame on how to get that
Stable and
stabled.
secured.
Yeah, because it's big and it's heavy.
There was no plaque there before.
Yes.
There was.
There was?
Yes.
Was it aluminum, Jeff?
It was brass, but it was painted exactly the same color as the base. So at some point in time, it looked like that, but when they repainted the base, they repainted over everything.
Oh, well,
So you couldn't
read
really
it.
tell, and it wasn't as descriptive as what this one is
Yeah,
either.
I don't ever remember seeing that. And
It's
knowing the
fairly
story, I
small.
never knew there was a story to that. I thought it was just
Tony,
decorative.
I talked to Tony Hurst, and he said he was hoping that if this happened, that there could be more history, so that people would know why this eagle is here, and support the classes that graduated from Parkside.
Well, now that I know the story, I get it. There's
Yeah.
a lot of emotion with this project, and I see why. And you're going to do something, a dedication ceremony, rededication ceremony. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
It will be on Saturday, the 28th,
At 11 o'clock.
at 11 o'clock. Thank you, Becky. We'll finalize the plans tomorrow with two of my classmates who are willing to lead the ceremony. And Marcia Simpson was initially the spokesperson and instigator of the first Eagle, and fundraising as well. So she will give a history of those first years and welcome everyone. And Julia Demps, who is a classmate and a priest, will come and share her blessing. And then hopefully there'll be a number of us, and we'll have an opportunity to allow other people with memories much like ours to stand and talk, and hopefully some laughter as well.
Jeff, I'm guessing like me, you didn't know all that history about that.
No, I did not. I just thought it was an eagle.
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't realize there was way more to it. So when I first met Becky, she kind of gave me the history of it, and, you know, so I learned a lot.
We also worked with Jackson Public Schools. Todd Fry and Chris Giannetti helped Todd Fry with the facilities to help smooth out the landscape because it was blocked by some
Well, there's so much
huge
trees.
overgrowth
Yeah.
trees. Yeah, and so thanks to Todd Fry, he was able to smooth that all out, and Chris Giannetti was able to accept funds. I just put it out on Facebook that I'm taking contributions, and all of a sudden people just started making contributions to help fund this, and Chris
Well,
was able to.
You
Pay the
all
bills.
should be very proud.
Thank you.
Yes, and I'm sure that Jack and Barry are going to be with you next Saturday as you rededicate this.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks
Thank you
for
for
coming
talking
in.
with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With the Eagle in Flight rededication sculpture, we thank Becky Etheridge, Jeff Druschel, and Deb Richardson. Well, next on the show,